This is Doug from Yahoo Sports with a very familiar face, the greatest of all time, Mr. Jerry Rice. And Jerry, first of all, let's talk about a very appropriate video that you're talking about and that you're probably in more than just about anyone else. Greatest Super Bowl moments from NFL films.
Well, so many great memories. Super Bowl 23, 24, 29, and 45 Super Bowls. You can't go wrong. You can go to any store that sells like DVDs, and you can find the greatest Super Bowl memories. And for me, Super Bowl 23 on that final drive, moving that ball all the way downfield, I think it was about 11 plays, and being able to win that football game with 1:30 seconds. Also, before that drive started, I remember Joe Montana saying something about John Candy being in the stands, and knowing that one play, the ball game is over and you lose the ball game. But to be able to come together, move the ball all the way downfield and win that game, it was fantastic. Then to go on to Super Bowl 24 against the Denver Broncos, where they talked about the big safeties, that they were hard hitters. But when we noticed something on film, we noticed that they didn't wrap up. And Bill Walsh said, okay, we'll be able to break some tackles and she'll be able to get into the end zone.
Yeah, Atwater was a shoulder guy, wasn't he?
Yeah, I remember the first drive, I caught a ball over the middle, and I think Smith hit me.
Yeah, Dennis Smith, yeah.
And I was able to bounce off him and get into that end zone. And so it worked out like we had predicted. And then the third Super Bowl, Super Bowl 29 with Steve Young, getting that monkey off his back, because I'm one of the guys that really believe that you have to win a Super Bowl to be put up there with the elite quarterbacks.
I'm just going to shed down to this.
This is from...
it's pretty.
Yeah, you like this? This is from
pretty.
Super Bowl 24 against the Denver Broncos.
You got to wear that. Yeah, that's a beautiful thing.
There's just so many great memories, and I think it's a perfect opportunity for the fans to relive, some of those great plays and go out there and watch their team, support them, and what they were able to accomplish.
I've always wanted to ask you this because as an amateur sort of wannabe football strategy writer myself, can you talk about, to me, Bill Walsh is the finest football mind in history. You came in, obviously he saw something in you. I think he was on a road trip and he saw you play a game, and and it went from there. But what did he bring to you, and what did he bring to that offense?
Well, the San Francisco 49ers, they were in New Orleans to play the New Orleans Saints. And on that day that they checked in, there were some old highlights of Mississippi Valley State playing someone, and Bill Walsh was flicking the channels, and he came across it, and he was like, who is this guy running over the middle, snatching the ball out of the air and exploding for 6? So that's how I got noticed by Bill Walsh, and they sent scouts in to just watch me, watch film, get to know me. Had no idea I would be a San Francisco 49ers. Go to the San Francisco 49ers, got drafted, 16th player taken in the draft, and sitting there with legends. Joe Montana, Ronnie Lott, so many great players. Bill Walsh, the genius. Eddie DeBartolo, the best owner in professional football. And I had some problems because I was dropping the football and got a lot of criticism, dealt with that adversity. But Bill Walsh, what he did for me, he gave me confidence that, hey, look, if you continue to work hard, you're going to be successful. And just being around him, you drew energy from him. He was very positive. He knew how to put you in an ideal position where you could win, and you knew that you had the greatest coach to ever step on the field. And it's because of him, his legacy.
Montana and Young, obviously it helps to have those great quarterbacks, but what was, with each of them, what was their greatest asset?
I think with Joe Montana, he didn't hold on to the football. They criticized him about his arm strength. So if he had a 3-step drop or a 5-step drop, the ball was gone. And his accuracy, but the guy was a playmaker, and he knew his primary, secondary, third receiver, where those guys would be, and that's the reason why he had so much success in the NFL and won so many Super Bowl. Steve Young, when he first came in, more of a running quarterback, then he became more of a pocket passer. His accuracy was good, had a strong arm, and he was able to go on and do some great things. But to work with two Hall of Famers, you can't go wrong.